You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome, everyone, to our look into the, well, let's be honest, the sometimes wild world of marketing. It feels like things are changing faster than ever.
We really are.
If you're like me, your feeds, social feeds especially, feel pretty overflowing, right? It's getting harder to see what's actually effective.
Totally. Information overload's a real challenge.
So our mission today is really to try and cut through some of that noise. We want to give you some fresh perspectives, maybe some actionable ideas for navigating this digital space.
Exactly. And the goal isn't just more strategies. It's about finding the ones that work smarter. Maybe using tech like AI, but crucially, still connecting authentically. That's the key.
Okay, let's start there then. Because I have to say, my social media feeds, they feel less like social spaces and more like, I don't know, a second email inbox sometimes.
I know what you mean. Just swamped.
Yeah, swamped with stuff that feels pretty generic. A lot of it looks like maybe AI wrote it. It seems like just churning out content isn't the winning move anymore.
Oh, absolutely not. That game is well and truly over, I think. The real challenge now is authenticity. How do you not get drowned out?
Right.
You have to blend the tech with, real human insight. And that's where some tools become interesting, like JSON prompting for AI.
JSON prompting. Tell me more about that. How does that help?
Well, instead of just giving the AI a vague instruction, JSON gives it really clear, structured directions. Think of it like a detailed recipe.
Okay.
So for things you do often, like writing ad variations in social media captions, you can create these reusable templates. It makes the AI more consistent, more reliable. You're using it with real intention, not just hitting generate.
That sounds much more controlled, more
Precise.
precise. Ensures things stay on brand, maybe.
Exactly. Precision is the word. But it's a tool, right? It needs human oversight. It handles the repetitive stuff, which frees up humans for the actual creative thinking, the strategy, the unique voice.
So it's about balance. Tech handles the grunt work. Humans handle the spark.
That's the idea. And that human insight, that connection. Well, that leads us nicely into influencer culture, doesn't it? Because that's all about human connection, or at least perceived connection.
It really is. And it's not niche anymore, is it? It feels like everyone follows someone.
The numbers are pretty staggering. Like 92% of Americans follow at least one influencer.
Yeah.
And for Gen Z, it's almost universal, like 98%.
Wow. And it's everywhere, too. I saw something interesting about the Midwest, actually. Cities like Des Moines having huge followings for beauty influencers. It's not just coastal hubs anymore.
No, it's definitely mainstream now. Which brings us back to strategy. If connection is key, how do brands build it genuinely?
Good question.
Well, think about something like ungated lead gen on LinkedIn. Instead of making people fill out a form first.
You just give them the good stuff.
Right. Offer something genuinely useful, like a free PDF that solves a problem. Promote it organically, maybe with LinkedIn document ads. You give value. Then maybe at the end of the document, there's a clear offer or call to action.
Value first. I like that. Less transactional upfront.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And similarly, look at Reddit. Using Reddit for SEO isn't about stemming links. It's about, actually participating, finding relevant, high-ranking discussions.
How do you find those? Just look for upvotes.
Upvotes, comments, engagement, yeah. Then you jump in meaningfully, maybe use question-based titles, long-tail keywords, build authority naturally within that community. Don't look like a fake.
That makes sense. Being part of the conversation, not just crashing it. Speaking of creative connections, did you see that Neutrogena campaign?
For the vitamin C serum.
Yep.
With the short stories.
Yeah. They worked with an influencer, Serena Kerrigan, and tapped into that whole hashtag book talk trend. She wrote these sultry short stories based on real experiences.
That's a brilliant example. Really creative, connects the product to a cultural trend, uses the influencer's voice authentically. It just works.
It does. But seeing things like that and thinking about AI and influencers,
yeah,
it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Do all those old marketing best practices we learned still actually apply?
That is the critical question right now, I think. Are the old rules still valid in this environment?
Because think about it. Every brand has a tone of voice, whether they planned it or not. It's in your emails, your website copy, even your error messages.
Oh, definitely. Error messages are a classic.
And if that tone is all over the place, it just creates confusion. It chips away at trust. You really have to audit all those little touch points to see what you're really saying to people.
Absolutely. And understanding how people feel is crucial, too. Which brings up fascinating things like girl math.
Ah, yes, girl math. Explain that.
It's this idea, especially popular with Gen Z and millennials, where the emotional win of getting a deal like stacking coupons or hitting free shipping feels more important than the actual money saved.
So it's like gaming the system
Yeah,
and feeling good about it.
exactly. It's consumer psychology in action. People want to feel smart, like they won. For marketers, understanding that emotional driver is, well, potentially huge.
Okay, so if we understand that psychology and we know the landscape is changing, what does that mean for those best practices? Should we just toss them out?
Maybe not toss them out entirely, but definitely question them hard. Like strict content schedules. Does your audience really notice if you post Tuesday versus Wednesday?
Hmm.
Probably not as much as they notice if the content is actually good.
Right. Quality over rigid timing? What else?
Those really strong directive calls to action. Sometimes just making the button obvious and putting it in the right place matters more than shouting, "Click here now."
Intuitiveness over forceful language.
Yeah. Or only ever using positive language.
Yeah.
Sometimes being honest, admitting a product isn't perfect, or acknowledging a customer frustration can actually build more trust.
That feels counterintuitive, but I can see it. Authenticity again.
It all comes back to that. Even things like obsessing over meta description length limits for SEO or hitting every single KPI target rigidly. Sometimes a great compelling title or just making the user's next step obvious works better than ticking boxes. Be flexible. Be human-centric.
So wrapping this up, if we had to boil it down, what's the core message here? What really matters in marketing right now?
For me, it's about being intentional. Intentional with technology, intentional with your message, understanding that human psychology piece, and being brave enough to question the status quo.
Intentionality, psychology, and questioning norms. I like it.
And maybe here's something for you, our listeners, to think about. In a world where AI can generate content almost effortlessly, is the biggest marketing advantage simply being more thoughtfully, insightfully human than ever before?
A perfect thought to end on. Thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Spoken Tech for your ears.